We often hear the phrase, everything is energy. However, if you truly take the time to reflect on this, you will realize that not only visible things like light or sound are energy, but we ourselves are frequencies of energy in constant motion. Have you ever felt caught in an emotion, a thought, or even a situation in life without being able to explain why? This is not mere coincidence. In fact, this is how your energy is creating ripples in the world around you. Once you understand this concept, you will realize that every thought, every feeling, every action you take has the power to influence the reality around you. When Albert Einstein said, "Everything is energy," he wasn't just talking about things we can physically see like light or objects. He was also referring to the invisible energy that we each carry within us. Our bodies, just like everything around us, are not solid objects as we often think. Everything is a combination of energy particles that are constantly vibrating and moving. It is this vibration that gives shape and characteristics to everything in the universe. From what we see, like a chair, to what we cannot see, like thoughts and emotions, everything is part of an invisible flow of energy. Everything vibrates at a certain frequency. Your body is no exception. It is no coincidence that we feel a space heavy or bright when we enter. Every room, every person emits a unique energy frequency. When you are near someone whose energy frequency matches yours, you feel a connection. On the other hand, when you meet someone with disharmonious energy, you may feel uneasy or drained. This energy is not some abstract concept. You can feel it just as you can feel happy or sad without needing a clear explanation. This is the energy of your feelings, your thoughts, and your dreams. At first, I couldn't grasp this concept. As a practical person, I always sought concrete evidence, scientific proof to explain everything. But as I began to look at things from a new perspective, I started noticing strange changes in my life. When I changed my way of thinking, shifted my negative emotions to positive ones, I felt that I was no longer caught up in stressful situations as before. Unplanned meetings, unexpected opportunities. Everything seemed to have been set in a flow of energy that I hadn't been aware of. This made me realize that we are not just isolated beings in the universe. In reality, we are all part of an endless flow of energy. When you change the energy within yourself, you are changing the world around you. Our body is more than just skin, bones, and organs. It is an intricate system of energy flow, constantly interacting with both internal and external forces. Each cell, each atom vibrates at its own frequency. And as we breathe, eat, sleep, and think, we are constantly interacting with energy on every level. Imagine your body as a vessel, a container that holds a unique energy pattern. This energy is what governs your emotions, thoughts, and physical well-being. When this energy is balanced and flowing freely, you feel aligned and at peace. But when it is blocked or out of sync, you may feel unwell, anxious, or disconnected from yourself and the world. One way to understand the flow of energy within our body is through the chakra system, which originates from ancient spiritual traditions. The chakras are energy centers located along the spine, each corresponding to different aspects of our physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. When these energy centers are open and balanced, they allow the free flow of energy throughout the body. However, if one of these centers becomes blocked, it can cause physical or emotional issues. For instance, when the heart chakra is blocked, you may struggle with feelings of love and connection. If the throat chakra is blocked, you may find it difficult to express your truth. Your emotions and physical state are directly influenced by the flow of energy within your body. Every thought, feeling, or event you experience sends a wave through your energy system. Positive emotions like love and gratitude bring harmony and strengthen your energy flow, while negative emotions like fear and anger can cause stagnation. I noticed that when I paid attention to my body's energy, I started to understand the root causes of physical ailments. For example, stress often manifests in the solar plexus chakra, leading to digestive issues. Emotions of sadness or grief can settle in the sacral chakra, affecting our creativity and relationships. In my own life, there was a time when I found myself physically exhausted and mentally drained, though I could not identify any obvious cause. After seeking guidance, I was told that my energy was blocked, not because of my physical habits, but due to unresolved emotions and unexpressed thoughts. I began to focus on clearing the blockages in my energy system. Meditation, deep breathing, and mindful movement helped me reconnect with my inner energy. Slowly, I started to feel lighter, more balanced. It was a gradual process, but I began to notice a change in my interactions with the world. Opportunities flowed more freely, and I felt a deeper sense of peace. This taught me an important lesson. We are more than just our physical bodies. We are energetic beings, constantly exchanging and evolving with the energy around us. Once we learn to recognize and embrace this flow, we unlock our potential for growth, healing, and transformation. Once we understand the flow of energy within and around us, the next step is learning how to harness and direct that energy. It's a powerful tool, one that can shape our experiences, our health, and even our destiny. Energy follows intention. Whatever we choose to focus on, whatever we put our energy into, will begin to manifest in our lives. This can work in both positive and negative ways. If we focus on fear, lack, or negativity, we create more of those experiences. But when we focus on love, gratitude, and intention, we begin to attract more of those blessings into our lives. At the core of this process is intention. When we set a clear intention, we are like a compass, directing the energy of the universe toward a specific goal. It's not enough just to wish for something. Our intention needs to be clear, focused, and aligned with our highest good. I've learned that setting intentions is more than just stating desires out loud. It involves aligning the mind, body, and spirit. When you set an intention with your whole being, you become a magnet for the energy that supports that intention. It is as if the universe begins to rearrange itself to bring about the conditions needed for your intention to manifest. Several practices can help us align our energy with our intentions. These practices clear blockages, balance our energy centers, and help us move forward with purpose. One of the simplest and most effective methods is mindfulness meditation. Meditation is a way to clear the mind and connect with the energy within. When you meditate, you begin to quiet the mental chatter that often creates resistance and blockages. This stillness allows you to tap into your inner wisdom and align your energy with the highest good. Another powerful tool is breath work. Our breath is the bridge between the body and the mind. When we use the breath consciously, we can direct energy where it is needed. A slow, deep breath can calm the nervous system, while rapid, forceful breaths can energize and refresh the body. Breath work, combined with intention, can shift our energy in profound ways. Our environment plays a crucial role in how we feel and the energy we experience. The spaces we inhabit, our homes, our workplaces, are constantly exchanging energy with us. If the energy in these spaces is cluttered, chaotic, or negative, it can block the flow of our own energy. I've found that cleansing the energy of a space can make a tremendous difference in how we feel and how our energy flows. Simple actions like opening windows, decluttering, and adding elements like plants or crystals can enhance the energy of a room. Smudging with sage or incense can also purify the space and clear away any stagnant energy. When I first began learning about energy, I had a tendency to focus on the material and the external. I believed that success, health, and happiness depended on circumstances outside of me. But over time, I began to understand that the true source of all change lies within. Energy is not just about what happens to us. It's about how we direct our energy in response. I remember a time when I faced a challenging situation, one that seemed insurmountable. Instead of reacting from a place of fear or frustration, I paused and took a moment to center myself. I asked, what energy do I want to bring into this situation? Slowly, I realized that by shifting my internal state, I could influence the external circumstances. I began practicing this shift regularly by focusing on gratitude, love, and the vision of a positive outcome. The more I practiced, the more I saw changes in my life. Opportunities appeared, challenges became easier to handle, and I felt more at peace with each passing day. This experience taught me that we are not passive observers of life. We are active participants, and we can direct our energy to shape the course of our lives. Life inevitably brings us difficulties. No matter how skilled we are at managing energy or how positive our mindset is, we will encounter challenges. But here's the hidden truth. Challenges are not obstacles meant to break us. They are invitations to grow. They are sacred tests, asking us, how will you respond? What energy will you bring to this moment? When we learn to see difficulties through the lens of energy, everything changes. Instead of resisting what's happening, we begin to observe. Instead of reacting emotionally, we begin to respond intentionally. And in doing so, we transform the challenge into a gateway for expansion. Every difficult experience carries energy. Sometimes it is the heavy energy of fear, pain, or anger. Other times it is the stagnant energy of feeling stuck, confused, or lost. If we resist this energy, it can weigh us down and trap us in cycles of suffering. But if we face it with awareness, we can begin to shift it. One way I've learned to do this is by noticing what I feel without judgment. When discomfort arises, I pause and ask, what is this energy trying to teach me? This simple question opens a space. It allows me to shift from being overwhelmed to becoming curious. That shift in mindset, however small, begins to change the energy. Our emotions are energy in motion. Even the most difficult feelings, grief, sadness, rage, carry power. We don't need to suppress or avoid them. Instead, we can learn to hold them gently, allow them to move through us, and transform them into something healing. When I experienced loss, I was overwhelmed by grief. For weeks, I tried to avoid it by staying busy, but the energy of that sadness stayed within me, affecting my sleep, my health, and my relationships. Only when I sat down in silence and allowed myself to feel it, to cry, to breathe, to honor it, did something shift. The grief softened, and in its place, I felt something unexpected. Peace. That moment taught me that our deepest pain often holds our greatest potential for growth. When we allow energy to flow through us instead of getting stuck, it can become fuel for transformation. We all carry old patterns of energy, habits of thought, belief, or reaction that were formed long ago. Sometimes they're rooted in childhood experiences, sometimes in cultural conditioning, and sometimes in past trauma. These patterns live in our nervous system, our body, and our energetic field. Awareness is the first step to changing them. The moment we become conscious of an old pattern, we reclaim our power. We are no longer running on autopilot. Instead, we're choosing. For example, I used to react with anger whenever I felt misunderstood. That response had become automatic, a defense mechanism to protect my vulnerability. But through mindfulness and self-reflection, I began to see the pattern. I realized the energy of anger was masking something deeper, a longing to be seen and understood. Once I acknowledged that, the anger began to dissolve. I started choosing calm responses, asking for clarity instead of reacting with fire. In many spiritual traditions, challenges are viewed as initiations, sacred passages that lead us to deeper wisdom. They are not punishments. They are invitations from the universe to rise. Each time we face a challenge and respond with presence and intention, we unlock a new level of spiritual maturity. We stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what is this moment calling me to become? When we shift our perspective in this way, every difficulty becomes a teacher. Pain becomes a guide. Confusion becomes a doorway, and our energy begins to flow with greater strength and clarity. Looking back on the hardest moments in my life, I no longer see them as mistakes or misfortunes. I see them as turning points, moments when I was forced to awaken, to let go, to realign. They were uncomfortable, yes, sometimes even devastating, but they were also the moments that revealed my inner strength. I learned to stop resisting pain and start listening to it, to stop fearing change and start welcoming transformation. The more I practiced this, the more life began to flow. Not because it got easier, but because I became stronger. And that's the essence of working with energy. It's not about avoiding difficulty, but about transforming our relationship with it. Learning to respond with love, with calm, with intention. At the heart of this transformation lies a deeper truth. We are not just passive observers of life. We are active participants in shaping it. Everything around us, the material world, our relationships, our experiences, is part of a greater quantum field of energy. This field is not limited by time or space. It is infinitely expansive, filled with endless possibilities. The quantum field is a mysterious realm that exists beyond our normal perceptions. It is not something we can touch or see, but it is the source of all creation. Every thought, emotion, and intention we have sends ripples through this field, influencing not only our lives but the lives of others as well. In quantum physics, there is a principle called entanglement, which suggests that particles can be instantaneously connected, regardless of distance. This mirrors what we experience in our spiritual and energetic lives. Our thoughts, beliefs, and emotions are like quantum particles. They influence and are influenced by everything around us. Understanding this principle reminds us that we are not separate from the universe. We are part of an interconnected web of energy. When we tune into this web, we align ourselves with the infinite possibilities that exist within it. We are not bound by our past experiences, but are free to create new possibilities at any moment. Intentions are the seeds of creation. When we focus our energy on a specific intention, we are like gardeners tending to a seed. The energy we send out grows and shapes the circumstances of our lives. But the key is clarity. We must be clear about what we want to create and hold that intention with sincerity and purpose. This is where many people get stuck. They lack clarity. Their thoughts are scattered, their intentions unclear. But when we set our sights on a clear intention, we align ourselves with the power of the quantum field. We send out a coherent signal, one that can be answered by the universe. I've often used visualization to focus my intentions. By closing my eyes and vividly imagining the future I desire, whether it's health, love, success, or inner peace, I draw that vision closer to me. This practice has proven time and again that the mind is an incredibly powerful tool for creating reality. What we focus on, we bring into existence. While intentions are important, they must be balanced with the awareness of the present moment. The quantum field does not operate only in the future. It is alive in the now. Every thought, feeling, and action in the present moment sends out ripples into the quantum field, shaping the future. I often remind myself that the present moment is the only true reality. The past is behind us, and the future is yet to come. What matters is how we show up right now. The energy we bring to this moment is what creates the foundation for everything that comes next. If we remain present, aligned, and grounded, we can create from a place of power. As we focus on what we want to create, it's important to nurture that energy with gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful force that amplifies intention. When we are grateful for what we already have, we open the door to receiving more. It shifts our energy from lack to abundance. I practice gratitude daily, whether it's for the simple moments of joy, the lessons from challenges, or the beauty around me. Gratitude is not just a feeling. It's a way of being. It helps me stay in harmony with the flow of energy in the universe, allowing the quantum field to respond with more of what I desire. A key part of this journey is identifying and releasing limiting beliefs. These are the beliefs that tell us we are not worthy, not capable, or not deserving of the life we want. They are deeply ingrained in our subconscious and often operate without our awareness. The process of shifting these beliefs requires patience, self-compassion, and deep introspection. It involves questioning the stories we've been telling ourselves and reprogramming our minds to align with our true potential. By doing so, we open up new possibilities for growth, abundance, and joy. As we conclude this exploration of energy, transformation, and possibility, I want to remind you of one powerful truth. You are an infinite being with limitless potential. The energy you carry is the same energy that creates galaxies, forms the universe, and connects all living things. It is within you. It is you. Every step you take in life is a step toward rediscovering the power that already resides within you. By cultivating awareness, embracing challenges as opportunities, setting clear intentions, and nurturing your energy with gratitude, you are participating in the grand dance of creation. I encourage you to continue walking this path with open eyes and an open heart. Trust in the quantum field of possibility. Trust that your thoughts, emotions, and actions are shaping the world around you in ways you may not always see, but they are always there. Every intention you set, every moment you stay present, and every breath you take is a step toward creating the life you truly desire. Remember, you are not separate from the universe. You are the universe in motion. The energy you embody is the energy that shapes your reality. You have the power to create, to transform, and to align with the highest possibilities. And it all begins right here, right now, with the choices you make today.